Now witness the firepower of this fully armed and operational live stream. We are beginning. Hello. It's time for a TardisWiki Wiki roulette. Xavier, you missed the skibbity toilet discussion. You must be gutted. I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. I thought we already knew that. Jewel of the 7 Stars, a Continuum, and Cold Snap, a short story. I'll add those to the wheel real quickly in a second. Hello, welcome to TardisWiki Wiki Roulette, the show where we TARDIS a wiki roulette, and I would like to explain to you guys the premise of the show. So the premise of the show is that we take articles from TARDIS Wiki Roulette, we put them on a big wheel, and then we spin the wheel, and then it lands on something, and then we look it up, and then fun shit happens, and it's been pretty good this entire time. He pissed on my fucking wife. What? Don't call Alan that. Okay. Okay, so, who wants to see Alan? Who wants to take a look at Alan? Ryan, have you not seen the Sonic Adventure fan dub? I have not seen the Sonic Adventure fan dub. What's the Sonic Adventure fan dub? I don't know what that is. Yeah, baby. That's right. He took his hedgehog fucking Quill's dick out and he pissed on my fucking wife. What happened? When did Shadow the Hedgehog piss on your fucking wife? When did this happen? Yeah, give me a yeah, baby, if you want to see Alan. I'm withholding Alan until I get 3 more yeah, babies in the chat. This is how we're doing stuff. It's like the Stanford prison experiment. Except I'm the only warden. There's one. There's one. One of you wants to see Alan. But is one of you enough? The answer is no. Yeah, babe. No, you gotta write the whole word. That's cheating. I won't accept half measures here at TARDIS Wiki Roulette. Damn it. Yeah, baby. I like the extra effort there, Najawin. That was good. And we have 4. I think we're ready to see TARDIS Wiki Roulette's TARDIS Wiki Roulette on TARDIS Wiki Roulette. Don't you? Okay, let's take a look at the wheel. Now, as we know, we are a completely fair and balanced show here. There we go. Let's take a look at Alan today. This is Alan today, and as you can see, they are living their best life right now, as they should. Who is ready to give the wheel their first spin? I know I certainly am.
Yeah, baby.
What a coinky dink! It landed on Neris. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Alright, let's take a look at Neris on TARDIS Wiki Roulette. Alan, you feeling yourself today?
Yeah, baby.
You know it. Say those entries look a little odd. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a completely fair and balanced game of TARDIS Wiki Roulette. This is completely fair and balanced. I don't know what you're talking about. Alan, are you completely fair and balanced?
Yeah, baby.
See? I told you. Go to the page, come on. We did Neris, pretty sure. You don't remember? You don't remember? How much did you imbibe on that night, Najawin? Oh no! It's the old Tardis Wiki Roulette overlay! What are you doing here? Alright. Let's go on Neris's page now. You've suffered enough. Alright, Neris was a friend of Donna Noble, with whom she shared a love-hate relationship. Neris first met Donna on their first day of school, during which Donna bit her arm, leaving a mark which Neris later claimed to still be there, although it was invisible. She believed that Donna always had to be the center of attention. There's a book just called Neris. That's great. That's fucking great. I didn't know that Neris got her own spin-off. That's amazing. Neris once played Mary in a school Christmas nativity play in the 1970s, opposite Donna as a donkey. She screamed and nearly dropped the doll of the baby Jesus Christ when a window shattered, causing Donna to break character and shout at her. At some point, according to Donna, Neris got pregnant with twins using a turkey baste. In May 2007, Neris and Donna went on a night out with Mookie Kahari, Vina Brady, and Mad Alice, where they talked about all the ghosts that turned into robots, which somehow devolved into a discussion about Donna's Spanish scuba diving holiday, because Donna always makes herself the center of attention. Man, here's a crazy Doctor Who fan theory. What if Neris was right? Believe it or not. We need to get Jonathan Frakes on the case immediately. Immediately. Where's Neris's character options figure? I agree. When is Neris getting her own Big Finish box set? She needs one. She needs one. Neris is always right. Neris is the Cassandra of Doctor Who. Absolutely. Neris and Christmas Invasion Pigeon crossover spin-off. Yes, Neris and Christmas Invasion Pigeon crossover spin-off. Indeed. Nick, get at me. Let's make it happen. You could make so much money. You telling me this isn't what the fans want? I'm telling you, it's what the fans want. Anyway. Neris was a guest at Donna's wedding to Lance Bennett on Christmas Eve, where she witnessed Donna disappear as she walked down the aisle, having transported to the Doctor's TARDIS by the Huon particles in her system, leaving Neris unconvinced by what she had just witnessed to remark that she had seen better on YouTube. Oh, Neris, you're such a card. Conversely, Donna believed that the event to be some kind of practical joke arranged by Neris. When Donna finally got to her reception, she was not amused to find Neris moving in on Lance. I've got to say, the fact that Neris is capable of pulling off practical jokes at the level that Donna would think that this whole alien plot was a practical joke by Neris does imply that Neris is like Mysterio levels of practical jokes. Forget the impractical jokers. Forget other prank show, because I don't know any others. It's Neris. Neris is the best prankster. And you can power scale that, and it turns out to be true. Blackwater is a PMC that did war crimes in Iraq. Yes, that is very true. Neris is the master. Yes, I think that we might have to actually open up the possibility that that could be true. How else could you explain how she could be so potentially dangerous and yet just live her life like a normal? Neris did 9/11? Very possibly. We might need to investigate that. Neris is the Rani. Hey now! Let's not get crazy. Dewan Master theme starts playing. Conversely, Donna believed the event to be some kind of... I read that part. Fuck that. Hello, Lamb. How you doing? On Boxing Day, Donna called Neris to tell her that she was giving up work to go traveling. Neris told her to let her know when she gets back. That's an interesting fact. Neris later attended Donna's wedding to Sean Temple in 2010. Though their relationship appeared to have improved, albeit marginally, she secretly proclaimed that she would get her back for making her wear a peach dress to the ceremony. Oh no, when is Neris's revenge game going to come into fruition? I tell you what, the War Neris. good for Mars. Neris is Evil Dan's wife. Is this new lore? I tell you what, here's my prediction for season 2 of Disney's Doctor Who. I think that Neris is going to turn out to be the boss, or Mrs. Flood, or both of them. And if I'm wrong, I'm not actually wrong. You just fell into an alternate dimension where the world is going to end in 5 years. Sorry, bad luck for you, I guess. But why not spend that time warming yourself by the fire of TardisWiki Roulette? Neris is a member of the Toymakers Legion. Neris is Frobisher in disguise. Neris is the timeless child. I'm liking. What if she's all of these? What if she's all of these and none of these? What if Neris is actually like a cosmic constant? It was a great interview. Please stop trapping me in a Donnie Darko, right? Weirdly, you're not the first person to have said that to me, and I don't think you'll be the last. Neris is Sydney Newman. During her travels with the 10th Doctor, Donna bought Neris a pair of tacky slippers for Christmas. The 14th Doctor claimed to be a friend of Neris's to gain information from Sean about Donna's life in the time since he last saw her. Neris is a multiversal singularity like Unicron. Yeah, or like Darkseid. You know how every Darkseid in every universe is the same Darkseid? Same deal with Neris. Who was the last person to said that to you about Donnie Darko? It doesn't matter because they're dead. Neris is the Crystal Guardian. Oh dear. Might Neris be Iris Wildtime? It's very possible. It's very possible indeed. By any chance, do you have a rabbit costume on you? What do you think are the chances of me having a rabbit costume on me, Lamb? Like on me right now? Neris is the Watcher. Yes. You think the chances are yes? Iris would use a turkey baster. I don't think Iris would use a turkey baster. I think Iris would use a big fat cock, to be honest. But that's just me. And Neris is Kang the Conqueror. 87% chance of the rabbit costume. She seems the type. Iris is packing. We all know that Iris is packing. I am no joke 100% disappointed that Paul Mars isn't writing for season 2. I actually find it offensive. I actually find it offensive too. I really want that. A time cock? Very possibly. Maybe even probably. Yeah, Mars deserves a television story at this point. Yes, I completely agree. Packing what? A great big cock. Keep up, Bruce. Sonic cock? Very possibly. Once again. It's one of the most long-running writers at this point. Yeah. Mars should get a spin-off at this point. Mars is peak, and I think I haven't read enough of his stuff. Iris should come up in series 3. I just think that him making Iris Wildtime is enough to qualify him for an episode, to be honest. No joke, Mars's writing style and tone would fit really well in with what RTD2 is trying to be with its magical realism. Yeah, absolutely. Sonic censored for YouTube stream. Once again, very possibly. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed these travels with me on TardisWiki Roulette. If you liked this video, then why not watch this? If you like this video, then why not watch this video? I don't know what it is because I set it to best for viewer. Bye! There we go. I'm definitely cutting that one. I'm getting a video and a short out of that one. Thank you all of you for coming with me on that journey together. Let's hope it's 8 minutes, eh? Do not look up Sonic penis on Google. We should do I really don't like how McTeague is becoming a go-to. I know. What do you mean don't look it up? That's Ryan's job. No, fuck you. How about that? I'm queuing up regular Alan in the background. It's all fine. There we go. Okay. He's back. We're gonna spin wheels for real now. That was good. Did you just say good? Faye. What? Was that you just then going good? No. Must have been the ghost then.
Yeah, baby.
Palpatine, maybe. No.
Yeah, baby.
The mold woman! No, we already did that one. Again. We're cleaning house.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, God. I'm gonna die. We're on a real roll. Finally. A page I can respect. Let's pop on there. Let's pop over there on TardisWiki Roulette. Woke! Can you imagine wokeness on TardisWiki Roulette? No. Sigma versus LGBT, which wins? LGBT. Alan God woke, yes. LGBT, not even a humble plus. We can put a humble plus on there. We'll see where it pops in. More like Alan woke. Oh. Okay, we're gonna have to find the first page. Hold on. Oh, this is a forum post. Okay. I propose we delete both real world and in-universe LGBT. Why? Why? We wrote articles in the past tense from an end of the universe POV. The category LGBT individuals makes no sense to me as it's a very... What is going on here? No, not this. Okay, Ryan, don't read this. Is this someone being homophobic? Because my first instinct upon reading this is that it's someone being homophobic. Read it. Can you explain to me at first? Because my first instinct is not to trust this person. You're fine. I know I'm not as smart as you guys, but I have pretty good fucking instincts on this shit. It's outdated policy we overturned. This is not the correct page and gave us an infamous reputation for being bigoted. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I can make it very clear that TardisWiki disavows this shit because it's bad. Elizabeth Sandifier wrote a blog post about it. Oh my god. You know how the wiki is based off the future? This is based off of that. The thing is, you're better off, Xavier, you're better off with me coming on here and being like, whoa, this is some cringe shit. And you being like, yeah, this is some cringe shit. Like, that comes off a lot better. I'm telling you. But yeah, this is weird. This is very weird. It's like, hello, what's the drama? We're on this controversial thread that apparently got people yelled at over, and I'm reading it, and I think it's pretty grimy. We're gonna go over back to the wheel though. We're gonna go over back to the wheel. Everyone knows it's over and done. Well, I've literally just found out about it. So that's not true, is it, Najawen? Sad. Are we not reading? Are we not? I guess not, because everyone got very upset as soon as I started reading it. I'm happy to read it. I think sunlight is the best disinfectant. He randomly came to the LGBT discussion. categories discussion. Read the forum? Okay, I'll read the forum. I'm gonna read the forum. So, did say ples, and ples is the magic word. So, we're going back there. I'll be back in 1 second, and then I'm gonna look at this, and then I'm gonna give my unvarnished thoughts on it. Be back! I have returned. Wait, what about human pet guy? Alright, we've returned. We've returned. Okay, I'm gonna read this from the start. So, for preface, for those watching this in the video that I inevitably cut in it, this is a very, very controversial old Tardis Wiki rule that has since been overturned. Also, someone should document the level of quite trans and queer reps in my stories. Who Doctor is an anagram of Doctor Who? That blows my mind as well. Okay. I propose... So, do you want me... I've got one question, and it's really important before we read this. Because I've read a little bit of this, and this just sounds like a fucking homophobe is writing it. Am I going to read this in a silly voice, or am I going to take this seriously? What do we think, guys? Which direction should we go in this piece of art that we're creating together right now? I can't send you the forum page where we overturned it because it's in the archives. Take it seriously. Take it siliously. Funny voice because they're an idiot. Both directions juxtaposed. I can do both directions juxtaposed. I think that's the best suggestion. Okay. My name is Raymondo, and I like airfix models and casual homophobia. And I have been employed as the voice actor for this here segment on Tardis Wiki Roulette. Read it with a posh accent. Can you do a posh accent? Oh, hello. My name is Edgar Bluffington III, and I have replaced the previous voice actor here on Tardis Wiki Roulette after we found out, to our shock, that the previous voice actor on Tardis Wiki Roulette was, if you could imagine such a thing, working class. Oh, disgusting. Anyway, I'm going to take a look at this now. I propose that we delete both real world and in-universe LGBT categories. In Universe, we write articles in the past tense from an end of the universe POV. The category LGBT individuals makes no sense for me, as it's a very 20th to early 21st century viewpoint. Beyond the 20th and before the 20th, it's never really made an issue of, DW universe-wise, by Andy's time, the 26th century, it's not even a thing. Jason Kane, who was from the 1980s, has shagged everything, male, female, and alien. In Chris Shui and Roz Forrester's time, again, not a thing. And the fast forward to the 51st century, and we've got Captain Shag Anything Jack. If the concept of LGBT existed in the DW universe, we'd have a page for it, and we don't. Because it's really not something that's given a lot of thought as a defined concept. I would just like to break character to say that this person sounds like a massive wanker. And someone who uses homophobic slurs, like, casually in their day-to-day life. Shall we do it where he scrolls down to say who sent the message first? No. No. Can we guess who wrote this? Vote! This is very cringe, by the way. I agree with Kako Queen. Whoever wrote this. Whoever wrote this is like a bit of a tosspot. I think it was the Skippity toilet guy. Anyway, Edgar is back into the room, guys. Shh, 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 okay? I know Wikipedia has categories like this, but do we? On Wikipedia, they state it's for notable LGBT writers, etc., within the wider scope of Wikipedia that's maybe useful where they are speaking about notable LGBT writers whose work is noted and it helps put their work on a wider context of a much larger encyclopedia. But on this wiki, where we cover DW, etc., is it relevant or notable? Does this person not know that quite a lot? You're being uncharitable. I'm caricaturing this. I don't think I'm being uncharitable. I think that this is really cringe. And yeah, LGBT isn't real because a guy fucked a dude once. Exactly, Kako Queen. This to me sounds like the Dude Bros who are fine with like Captain Jack Harkness fucking men, but they're not okay with two men falling in love, which is a shocking number of the Facebook dominant Doctor Who people. So yeah, no, I even though there may be more nuance that can be read into this, this is still really cringe and quite irresponsible, and I think quite bad. That's how I feel about this. As an outsider who's just reading this and reacting to it for the first time. Also, Ryan keeps missing my comments. Yeah, because I'm reading this in a silly voice. I'm glad that you have good queer rap in your stories, though. There should always be good queer rap. That's your colleague? Oh, no! The parody is whatever. I don't know if it sounds like them. I was just asked to do a posh voice, so I'm doing a posh voice. But on this wiki where we cover DW, etc., is it relevant or notable? Leaving aside the gay agenda that fandom went on about in 2005, it's not really notable. It's funny how nothing ever changes. Here we seem to just be using it as an extra category to categorize articles, so why don't we have a straight writers category? And there it is! There it really is, right there. Why don't we get a straight pride parade? There it is, right fucking there. Yeah, no, that was bad, and that was cringe. I don't know. I'm sorry if that's someone you know and like, but this was a real mistake. Mistakes were made here, and it's best to own up to them and move on so that we can all work together for a brighter tomorrow. People are allowed to change and grow. I would like to highlight this, and I would also like to highlight that this was written 13 years ago, and I would hope that they've moved on from then. I definitely wouldn't like what I had to say back then either. They should be encouraged, not brought down. Yes, they should. They should. And now that I've made fun of them for however long this has gone on for, I would like to say, if you're doing better, that's fucking great. Well done. We don't need a straight pride parade, though. Alright, I think that's the end of this segment. I think we should go back to regular wheel spinning. Oh dear. That's still getting cut into a video and put out though. By the way. Checks comment. Oh, there's bad comments. Made fun of our senior most active admin. Oh, well, I mean... Don't say something it's easy to make fun of. I don't know. I feel like if we can't make fun of what was said in the past, then we can never truly grow beyond it. I agree. This is how you grow beyond it. Cut into a video. You know what I'm about. Bill. Oh. Oh. Straight pride is non-existent as people only bring it up to attack LGBTQ people. If they ever truly cared, then that would make it an active event instead of bitching about other people living life how they do. Oh dear. Ryan realizes reaction noise. The only straight pride I support is Gomez and Morticia Adams. That's fair. Oh god. So yeah, this was fun. What you need to think about this as is this was a test. And all of you passed. I like how people have only just cared about neurodivergency to just defend Elon Musk being a fascist. I know, right?
Yeah, baby.
Let's move on. Let's move on now. Matte bronzer. Oh, what's gonna go on here? Okay. At one point in Unit HQ, various cosmetics, including matte bronzer and facial wipes, were next to a desk. The matte bronzer's packaging included the text "Makeup Gallery" and "Good to Glow." This particular matte bronzer is a real product sold by UK chain Poundland. Who was buying Poundland bronzer at Unit? Don't they get paid £160,000? What is going on? Tax reduction? Who was doing this? Who is doing this to themselves and everyone around them? Kate Stewart spends all the money to bribe to the child law people. She's like, listen to me. The children yearn for the minds. You have to understand this. We're Unit. Have I said how much I don't like kids working at Unit? Yeah, kids shouldn't be working at Unit. Stop Kate Stewart 2012. Speaking of that, do you want to hear a really depressing fact? It doesn't matter if you do or not, because you're about to. You remember Coney 2012? You remember Coney 2012, right? You remember that? Okay. Here's the depressing fact. Coney's still out there doing what he was doing. No one stopped him. No one stopped him. He's still out there. He's still out there. He's still out there doing all that bad shit. There's your depressing fact for the day. Okay, let's spin the wheel.
Yeah, baby.
That's a short. What is with today, man? I say that every day. I say that like every stream isn't like this. We did this page, then we won't... Alan is like that. Okay, we'll spin it again then, that's fine. If we did this page, we don't need to do it again. We don't need to give Rupert Murdoch that much attention, right, Alan?
Yeah, baby.
Random page! Alan makes good thematic decisions. Alan does. Alan is actually a phenomenal storytelling device. You're right. Also, Ryan, read the article I sent you on Discord. Okay. Okay. Okay, booby. I'll do that. 1 second. Should be good to read here. Yes, I will read it here. I will read it here. That's a good idea. I'm going in the Discord now. Going in the Discord now. Oh, it's Something Blue Live. Someone else sent the Sonic Adventures fucking fandom. Hang on. Hang on. We'll do both. We'll do both. We'll do both, because one can be a good palate cleanser to the other.
I'm going to make an announcement. Shout it.
Alan looks like Fat Hal 9000 a little bit, yes. So this is the Shadow the Hedgehog thing.
I'm going to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right. He took his hedgehog fucking Willy dick out and he pissed on my fucking wife and he said his dick was this big.
What the fuck?
Post on my Twitter.com. Shadow the Hedgehog, you got a small dick. It's the size of this walnut except way smaller. What my dong looks like. That's right, baby. All points, no quills, no pillows. Look at that, it looks like 2 balls in a bong.
It looks like 2 balls and a pug. That's fucking great. That's fucking amazing. Okay, let's take a look at this article. And this article, we're not going to read in a silly voice. We're going to take it seriously. We are now serious Wiki Roulette. We are now serious Wiki Roulette for the duration of this segment. Okay. The TARDIS data core needs to cut the transphobic bullshit by Elizabeth Sandifer. If I got your name wrong, I'm very sorry. The TARDIS data core has never been a great site. This ranges from its extraordinarily dubious content decisions, such as individually listing every floor of the spaceship in World Enough and Time. No, that's based. To be mentioned in the episode, to its outright pernicious decisions like having pages for rape and for individual racial slurs. Did they do that? Did they do that? That's bad, man. Every floor on the spaceship and, like, having pages for individual racial slurs are not the same crime. Oh, dear. You had the N-word at one point? Why? The Mundas spaceship floors are gone and the slur pages are mostly gone. Fuck. Come on. And this badness has been known to take an overtly queerphobic tinge, such as the decision to jettison characters listing LGBTQ characters in Doctor Who, because, and I quote, "We write articles in the past tense from an end of the universe POV. The category LGBT individuals makes no sense for me, as it's very 20th to early 21st century viewpoint, and if the concept of LGBT existed in the DW universe, we'd have a page for it, and we don't, because it's really not something that's been given a lot of thought as a defined concept." Meanwhile, in a little thing you might have heard of called Doctor fucking Who, they made it canon that Sixie got his quote from a fucking pride flag. What is this insanity? What in this insanity? is this insanity? Oh my god. And we don't, because it's not written. I'll tell you what, Elizabeth Sandifer drops a bar in a second. This is amazing. It's not clear why categories such as human secretaries, victims of the bubonic plague, and of course gamers are more relevant at the end of the universe. And of course there's the incredible epic saga of the Zygon penis. What is the incredible epic saga of the Zygon penis? Someone explain that to me right now in the chat. Immediately. It needs to be past tense from this moment. I need to know about the saga of the Zygon penis. It's important. Nevertheless, recent events are bad, even by their standards. An editor has recently been doing the very good and useful work of cleaning up mentions of trans people's dead names across the project. Although there are a handful of cases where it is necessary to disclose a trans person's dead name, it's an exceptionally short list. Dead names are both deeply inessential information and information that does harm to disclose. True. This is even true, to be clear, for cases where the dead name is widely accepted and publicly known. I'm under no illusions that mine is remotely a secret. It's still distressing to hear it. There are a few cases where the information might be necessary, but even in those, slowing down and applying some creative thinking can usually find an adequate alternative. For instance, in the most justifiable case, an academic citation to something published under a dead name, one can easily just use the correct name and append a parenthetical note publicized under a different name, indicating that whoever wants to go looking for this article might want to search by title instead of author. However, because there is absolutely no reason for a public wiki to be using people's dead names, an editor went through and did the sensible thing, namely removing them all. These edits got reverted, and then for good measure, the editor who reverted them, Shambhala108, blocked the editor who made the changes for a stunningly long 6 months, despite the fact that the feud had not yet risen to the definition of an edit war, and the fact that Shambhala108 had been involved in the feud. I am learning some lore right now. My god. 6 months as well. Blocked for 6 months. Jesus. A stunningly long 6 months. Yeah. To be fair, for Shambhala, that's a short time. I don't know about the context there. Riot moment? Yeah, absolute riot moment. Let's see. Despite the fact the feud had not yet risen to the definition of an edit war and the fact that they've been involved in the feud, then for good measure all of their edits were reverted and all pages involving trans people were locked so that no one could remove the dead names anywhere on the wiki. Jesus. That is like actual evil. That is like actually doing it intentionally to harm people. Fuck me. When another editor attempted to follow up on this decision, they got the reply shown to the right here. It is difficult to figure out exactly what to even say to an epic of for politeness and condescension like this. One is tempted to just try and pick up one's favourite terrible phrase in it. The solution, if we manage to respect each other enough to each it, will be a compromise between the needs of the trans community and the needs of the Doctor Who fan community. Right. First off, the implication there that Doctor Who fans and trans people are like both separate and mutually exclusive is fucking horrific and like super disgusting. Why are we looking at a screenshot? This should be large. Equally marginalized minority groups. I know. By the way, there's a great line here in the comments if you search dogs. At the end, we'll get to it. It is historically interesting. And it's also really good, Soto, for you to get out in front of this and be like, yeah, this behavior is awful. By contrast, the new regenerated TardisWiki Wiki has none of these problems. I think it's good for people to see how far it's come. Imagine thinking all of that, then typing it out, then hitting send, all while thinking you're cooking. I know. So, don't worry. Let me be your shepherd through this. And at the end of the day, if they're going to get mad at anyone, they're going to get mad at me. And I love it when people get mad at me. Let's see. Not reading that line again, is probably mine, a classic of narcissism and egregiously misplaced priorities that instantly reminds me of how and why Ian Levine has managed to be a major figure in the community despite, well, everything. Nevertheless, let's take a deep breath and patiently respond to this because it's worth capturing the sheer level of disingenuity involved here. The case being made is that the wiki needs to respect the credits on the Big Finish website, because if searching for a name on the Big Finish website yields no hits because the name is completely different, then we effectively misled the reader. I want to do a violence on the person who wrote that. I want to make that very clear. What a fucking disgusting thing to write. What a disgusting sequence of fucking letters to put in that order. And then press send, if you can believe they did such a thing. Oh god, the Isaac Newton page. But the TARDIS data core already duplicates the relevant information. The page on Jay Harley, for instance, already contains a list of all the television and Big Finish stories they worked on. Why would anybody looking at this list go, oh, well, I think I'll go pull up the Big Finish site and search by name to get the exact same information? Except it's already even more brain-meltingly vacuous than that, because in most of the cases, the dead names are being included in articles on the stories themselves. So this hypothetical case use involves a reader who has pulled up a specific article on a specific story that is going to the Big Finish website and attempting to search for the story by the writer's name, by then simply giving up instead of trying the more obvious route of searching for the story itself. Or, I'm just throwing out wild possibilities here, just clicking the link on the Big Finish page at the bottom of the fucking article and not bothering with the search function in the first place. No, the idea that a writer's dead name is some essential piece of information for the TARDIS data core to include is obvious nonsense. What's going on here is blatantly a bunch of people lashing out because they are upset by the idea that they might have to consider the needs of marginalised people when talking about their beloved television show. It is part and parcel of the long pattern of queerphobic decision-making on the part of a wiki that is increasingly obviously a stain on the community. And tellingly, Shambhala 108 was also involved in the decision to delete all of the queer categories, proclaiming that they serve no purpose. It is malicious, it is hateful, and it needs to stop. As a independently thoughtful human monkey man, I would just like to say I completely agree with the writer of the article here, and yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, of course the trans admin is a class traitor despite being asleep at the time and not saying anything. This article is good. This article is good. This article is good. I will search dog in a moment, because I'm not finished yet. In light of this, it is worth returning to Amokuz's lengthy apology for dead naming and picking out the other big candidate for my favourite terrible line in it. I am asking you and any other trans people that feel offended to stand down and give us time to make this decision in peace and quiet. Respectfully, I am asking any trans people and allies we have in the Doctor Who community to do nothing of the sort. Well, I mean, speaking only for myself, hang on, dog. Speaking only for myself, I don't think we can get mad enough about these things. But then Ryan wouldn't make the streams and you'd be the only chatter. What? Actually, maybe a good idea. The live chat battle royale setup isn't working. Couldn't find a video. What are you all talking about? Cis people shouldn't talk sometimes. No, that is fair. That is fair. Don't, when, all right, here's a good piece of advice for cis people watching the chat, okay? Okay. When trans people say shit like cis people shouldn't talk sometimes, okay? They don't mean you. But they will mean you if you kick up about it. They don't mean you. Okay, it's like when women go, oh, men, right? Like, I know that's not about me. Don't take it personal. Trust me. It's a good move. It's not worth it. That's my PSA from one cis monkey man to the rest of cis monkey men. And it's honestly mostly a consequence of Twitter, because it's hard to write these particular cis men. And you can't even write that now because cis is considered a slur on Twitter. Took the words right out of my mouth. I'm a straight man with straight-ish man with a beard, so people listen to me for some reason and just inherently treat me like an authority figure. So I'm quite happy to use that for good. Even though you should really just listen to trans people. You're all right, cis boy. I try to be. All my words were removed from the strem. No. Okay, this is the dog thing, yeah? Alright. While there is no love lost between me and the TARDIS data core, I am currently banned there by the Abacus fellow, though for circumstances not related to this particular bit of drama, I feel it is somewhat unfair to equate Shambhala's attitude with Levine's. You see, when Shambhala speaks of the needs of the community, is not in the sense that if the Doctor Who fans want to hear people's dead names, they have priority, but in the no one breaks the site rules until they have been officially repealed for any reason ever sense. The TARDIS Wiki has always been defined by having a draconian, labyrinthine set of rules, being unwilling to go through the hassle of ever revising them, and then raining down fire on anyone who breaks them knowingly. The quotation marks being because the knowingly part is usually handled on a guilty till proven innocent basis. It's somewhat amusing to me that they've essentially turned themselves into the Time Lords. This is kind of like people looking like their dogs, except with Wiki. That is really funny. Oh dear. As later installments in the TARDIS Dead Name saga proved, Shambhala has actually no objection to changing the Wiki's policies on dead names, and will no doubt be just as unforgivingly brutal in enforcing the no dead names rules as they were on defending the use of dead names, so long as that was the Wiki's de facto policy. It's obviously a failing, but not the one you seem to ascribe to them, so I thought I'd offer my 2 cents. As for this policy, as a cis person, my gut feeling was that information, whether unpleasant or otherwise, is still information, and that the name should probably be mentioned once somewhere on the person's page, though certainly not widely reproduced all over the website, but your and other trans people's input has made me rethink the point. As for some other trans editors, fair. Well, after reading all of that, I can say that I'm glad that the real TARDIS Wiki, not the fandom one, has moved on quite a lot from this kind of scurrilous bullshit. And I think it's a much better, safer place now. And I think that we can... Hello, Rupert Murdoch. I think that the current page speaks for itself when it comes to that stuff. What are we doing? I am going over a dark period of the TARDIS Wiki's history to shine contrast on what it's like now, because it's amazing now. If the TARDIS Wiki still did shit like that, I would not endorse and promote it to the level that I do. No, there's one more bit of the saga. What? I definitely do not see the point in putting people's dead names on pages, especially without their consent. I agree. There is no benefit to it whatsoever. It's just a power thing. I completely agree. Basically, most of the time before 2019 is dark IMO. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this history lesson. I think right now is good though. Scroll up and search up that archive. Hold on. Where am I looking? Where am I looking? Damn, a lot of people had a lot to say here, huh? No in the chat, Ryan. Where am I going? Oh, got it, found it. What's so open? I've got it. This has been a real like unconventional one for TARDIS Wiki, but it's good. The 2010s is when everything changes and we've got to be ready. Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? No? Shit, which one is it? Which one is it? Tell me. Talk to me. Category non-heterosexual. What did you search? I searched forum archive user Soto. The what Soto said. I did that. I did that. We're learning things today, people. No, user Soto first. Okay. Hang on. The first one is this one. Hang on. There it is. Where? This one or this one? There wasn't one on top, was there? There wasn't, no. Yeah, which one of these is it? Stop when you find Brendan. Hold on. Brendan. No matches. Or just check last page, you were just on it. It was this one. It was this one. Are we talking about this one? Are you kidding me? I don't know. I don't know. Come on. Okay, Ryan. This is slowing down the stream now. I'm going to go back to regular wheel spinning. Send the link on Discord. Yeah, send the link on Discord. Do that, because this is taking too long, providing you are. It was a timeless child joke. Ryan, have you tried looking at your monitor? No! I'm an old man. Look at the search bar. I'm looking at the search bar. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to separate the dashes. And no, that didn't work. Hang on, I'm going to try opening Discord and see if one of you has sent me it yet. One of you has put me out of my misery yet. No? Okay. Have you tried asking the monitor? God damn it, guys. We cannot see the search bar. The search bar... Hang on. Non-flashbacks. This is giving me flashbacks to early streams. It's okay, because all of this will be cut out. But yeah, no, I'm not finding it. Show me the search bar. I can't show you the... Hang on. Hang on. There, hold on. You know, one of you could have sent a link in Discord in this time, and then we would already be there. Scroll down just a little. There. See? What do you need? You sent me a Discord link already? Fucking bangers and mash. I love it. I love it. Thank you for putting me out of my misery. Where is it? Is it in the fucking thingy? Yep. Thank you. Amazing. Amazing. We got it. We got it. We got there in the end, folks. I regret nothing. Whoa, shit. Hold on. There we go. Well, hey, we got there, Nod. Okay, Control F, Fred. All right, Control F, Fred, whatever. I will throw that in there. Got it. We found it, guys. Okay. Awesome. Right now. Let me accept cookies. Oof. Guess it won't let me accept cookies. Listen to Naja when right. I did it. I did exactly what they told me to do, and now we're here. Do I haunt your nightmares? Anyone? No. Wow, what a lovely design. It is nice how it like fits. Alright. Is this what I'm reading or not? Can I haunt your nightmares, Ryan? Sure, I guess. What a wait, faithful. You all can try, you know. What a faithful recreation of the 2012 forum. This thread is the conclusion of the Dead Name Saga. Okay. Is that what we're calling this? The Tardis Wiki Dead Name Saga? We are? Okay. Okay. This is from Check Out. Warning, display title, the Panopticon continuing to build a culture of inclusion overrides earlier display title, whatever. TARDIS welcomes everyone. Both our administrators and our staff and our editing populace are comprised of people of many different cultural backgrounds, gender identity, sexual orientations, and ages. These differences help us create a vibrant and evolving community. We also feel our strict policy against personal attacks and the harsh penalties it invariably brings make for an environment that is much freer of interpersonal rancor than is typical on the internet. Recently, one or more users encountered these penalties as they sought a better way for us to deal with the serious topic of dead naming. This blocking was interpreted by some as transphobic. Instead, it was merely an attempt to uniformly uphold civility on the wiki. The issue was never the content of the message, but the harsh way in which that content was delivered. What is this neoliberal fucking bullshit? We don't care that you were right. We didn't like your fucking tone. This is awful, man. This is absolutely awful. Can't believe Ryan ended I will end transphobia with my fucking fists. You can print that. In fact, our policies have included a facility to handle dead names and were written with that goal in mind. T-Actor, for instance, has long maintained that crew members' page names should always be moved to the most common current name by which the crew member wishes to be known. Indeed, our own trans admin, Soto... Oh my god, a Soto cameo was in the middle of trying to reorganize all these pages when some boring technical issues suddenly put a stop to their efforts. These changes were a work in progress and the details were under discussion behind the scenes. This created a misunderstanding for which we are deeply sorry. We invite you to respond to this message within the bounds of our policies on civility, of course, giving us ideas about how we can be more inclusive, and we do mean you, whether you've edited the wiki, are an infrequent reader, or a first-time visitor. I have a question. I have a question. Okay, here's my question. Under this old policy of how things were enforced, does that mean that you could actually say, like, bigoted shit, but as long as your tone was civil, you could get away with it? So you could get away with being one of those people who was like, I'm just going to post some FBI crime statistics. No reason to post them, but you know, or someone being like, you know what I love about Doctor Who? They could stop an alien threat with just 14 words. Something like that. You could just get away with that. That's awful. That's awful. Had to be relevant, but those are not our values, I think. I'm not gonna speak on that. hate Doctor Who fans sometimes. I fucking despise Doctor Who fans sometimes. I absolutely fucking hate Doctor Who fans sometimes. I think that Doctor Who fan culture in general is extremely toxic and promotes extremely toxic ideas. I think it's an interesting mix of like institutionalism and systemic submissiveness, basically, where like they will let horrible people in and like run roughshod and none of them will have the spine to do anything about it. I think it's a problem across the board in the Doctor Who fandom. Do you hate Something Blue audio fans, Ryan? No, I love Something Blue audio fans because someone who is both a Doctor Who fan and a Something Blue audio fan is not the average fucking Doctor Who fan, are they? I mean, look at how much more conscientious and intelligent you lot are than I am. Look at that. Look at that. We need to bring back the anorak insult. I agree. I agree. I agree. Yeah, but Doctor Who is an interesting case in what systemic submissiveness equals conflict aversion patterns. Yeah, no, it's 100% true. Conflict avoidance is not helpful. No, you have to confront problems and face them head on. Absolutely, you do. What if someone's an SBA fan but not a Doctor Who fan? Based. There's a lot of people who are like that. I know there are people who watch my shit but don't even like Doctor Who, but they like my take on it on Doctor Who. And I like my relationship with Doctor Who is I think Doctor Who is the greatest folktale in human history. I think that it's mythology. I do not submit to the state-funded corporation that produces it. I care about Doctor Who, the mythological figure. That's my policy on that stuff, to be 100% clear. And it's been that policy for years. Yeah, no, to me, Doctor Who is like Heracles or like Thor or something like that. That's what Doctor Who is like. Anyway. In the meantime, we're going to be expanding a few of our rules so that examples of documenting trans people are given, and we're going to revisit a few crusty old decisions that affected documenting other members of the LGBTQ+ community, which were made long ago. We want you to join us on this journey. While much work has already been done this week, some work remains undone. We want to get that unfinished work quickly. Since we believe the matter is urgent, so we'd like to put a tentative close date on this discussion of 2 weeks from now. If you're reading this page far in the future, though, and you still think there are ideas where we can improve, please be sure to reach out to an administrator. For now, we on the administrative staff want to step back and turn this discussion over to you. This is your conversation. Guys, we tried being transphobic, and that seemed to piss you off even more. What should I do? Fuck me. Thor? I said Thor. Or Tulanor, if you lived like 1100 years ago. But yeah, Doctor Who is a mythological figure. One day, in 200 years, people will just be calling Doctor Who the Stranger. Just you wait. Thor pronunciation is a whole thing. I love it. I love that started its own mini discussion. That's the power of TardisWiki Roulette. The deity, yes, the deity. Ryan, can you add progress pride flag? Absolutely I can. Absolutely I can. Skyman! Alright, I'll pop that one in. Progress pride flag. There we go. Here we go. So, could you perhaps link us to where the controversial incident and block occurred so we can have the complete context of this incident? Thanks. By their own nature, wikis will be diverse. Similarly, the Whoniverse is a worldwide known franchise, so diversity is to be expected. Now, why would anyone care who the user on the other side of the screen is, as long as said user behaves and edits correctly? I don't care about your race. I just care about your conduct. And if you've been targeted by the police, then there must be something wrong with your conduct. Basically. Please note, I'm a mere lurker who edits. By their own nature, wikis... Where was it? Oh, the internet. On the internet, nobody knows you're a dog. I'm colorblind, don't see right. The fuck are you talking about? The police are famously non-bigoted. Thank you, Colonel Sanders. I'm just a simple country racist. Thank you, KFC. I'm not colorblind. I think it's important to recognize our differences and embrace them. To be clear, Something Blue Audio is pro-black. That's my statement on whether you should be colorblind or not. Is we're pro-black, Aquame. Unironically. I support reparations. Not joking. Not joking. We could totally do it. To be clear, Naja Win is anti-white. Being anti-white is not the same thing as being pro-black. I am color seeing and I don't like it. Oh dear. I'd vote for Obama. I'd vote Obama for that. So Naja Win is both colorblind and anti-white. Absolutely fucking pilloried, man. That's true, there are many good reasons to oppose white people's extreme hold on culture and resources. No, I agree with that. However, that all comes from capitalism and class manipulation. At the end of the day, the reason that white people were able to get on top is because they happened to be born in a part of the world with lots of access to minerals and domesticable animals and not a lot of fucking like natural dangers. That was like the biggest reason early on. Check out the documentary Guns, Germs and Steel. The xenophobia and shit came afterwards. Well, no, it predates capitalism. I know. But the way it's done now is, but yeah, no, back in the day, everyone used to be fuck everyone. A lot of it just comes down to like anthropological luck and shit. Capitalism is a continuation of colonialism. To be clear, Soto, when I say capitalism, I'm using a shorthand. I also mean colonialism, and I also mean mercantilism. I mean all of it. We're all using different terms to describe the same problem. And you are right, it is historically situated. However, Soto, there is something very important that you need to recognize right now, which is that you're a lot more educated than I am. Capitalists will actively undermine their own interests to be racist. Yes, they will. That is true. I would say colonialism then, to be honest. All right, then it's colonialism. No, it's okay. You don't have to apologize. I certainly won't. It's all right, because now I'll start saying colonialism. Like, you've made me more correct by correcting me. I'll never have a problem with someone correcting me if they're right. Unless it's Naja Win because they're wrong. That's it. Racism is very bad. Hot take, baby. Capitalism is colonialism, to be honest. I mean, isn't colonialism just like empire, though? Probably should spin soon. Yes, I agree. Have we finished this? Well, yes and no. Soto agrees with me that people are just too racist to have class consciousness. I don't know if they do, to be honest. I feel like that's just a you thing still. Did you see my message about blowing up the planet? I don't think we should. By their own nature, wikis will be diverse. Please don't. Yeah. So to clarify, this is a debate about whether or not we should include gender people's birth names on their articles, but with one position being yes because it was factually their birth name and therefore worth included to include the truth, while the opposing side is no because it is disrespectful to them as a person because said individual openly rejects their given name. Have I understood the premise of this discussion correctly? Oh, Soto comes in talking sense. Here we go. The thing is, Empire's had a PR upgrade. The Empire looks like corporations now. Yes, it does. Military bad. I will remind everyone Rome never fell. Within the US, there's still so much racism that I don't buy that. I don't know, man. I think people would look past it. Snivy Storm, this is not actually a debate. This is an open discussion for people to bring up issues that need to be dealt with at TARDIS. What we hope comes from the discussion is more things being brought to light which need changing and better still solutions for them. For instance, how can we make TARDIS a safer place for those who use it? Are there any problems in our articles that really need to be called out and dealt with? Yeah, then this just goes on for a bit. We should probably go. Let's spin the wheel again. We should spin the wheel again. So this concludes the TARDIS Wiki Dead Name Saga. this sad time. And now, in the words of Kako Queen, got to go gamers. Hawk Tour. If you like this video, then check out this video, which I set to best for viewer, so I don't know what it is. But you should probably watch it, because it said best for viewer, and the algorithm knows what you love, and knows what you hate. Bye! Okay. Let's spin the wheel again. This has been a weird fucking stream.
Yeah, baby.
Bye, Kako Queen. This has been a weird stream. Okay, the minutes. Let's look up the minutes. Oh dear. A minute was a unit of time measurement, though not the smallest such unit. It was still most useful for measuring only short spans of time. There also existed the galactic minute. Wait a minute was a saying. On 1st of January 2000, the 8th Doctor claimed to Grace Holloway that his TARDIS could travel from Earth to Gallifrey, a distance of 250,000 light years, in a good 10 minutes. When sent back in time, Donna Noble remarked that she had run half a mile in 4 minutes to correct history. 2 DVD-R boxes were present in a room depicted in a VHS tape. At least one of them offered 120 minutes of video. When revived on Khan, the 8th Doctor learned he had only 4 minutes to live. When poisoned by River Song, the TARDIS's voice interface remarked the 11th Doctor would die in 36 minutes. The 9th Doctor claimed that with a Zectronic beam, the Daleks would be able to conquer the entire universe within minutes. Victor Kennedy persuaded Colin Skinner to stay at Linda for a minute only to absorb him. Vivian Rook met Lucy Saxon at 10 Downing Street ostensibly to request a 20-minute interview for a front-page profile piece on Britain's First Lady and the power behind the throne. In reality, however, this was a ruse for Vivian to bring her findings on Harold Saxon to his wife Lucy. Fully aware that her husband was the Saxon master, accepted the 20-minute interview, only to leave Vivian to be killed by the Toclafane. Okay. let's do another wheel spin. What a day. It's
Yeah, baby.
Among Us. Let's look up Among Us. Oh. So, like, I don't know what any of this crap is, so I'm just gonna read your comments. So it must collapse and it shall collapse. You're talking about the system, the current system. You're probably right. The land will destroy them now. To be honest, I feel like the fact that they had to prop up an octogenarian who can't talk and smells like shit and wants to be a dictator kind of shows that we're pretty close to a collapse, guys. And the thing is, like, the collapse of an empire does not mean the collapse of the country. Like, America losing its empire is probably going to look like Britain losing its empire. It's going to be, like, a very slow decline over, like, 60 years. Like, you're not going to see fucking raiding fucking barbarians in the street. America's just going to start losing military bases because they can't fund them anymore. And, probably moving a little bit to the left, because that's what happened when Britain lost the empire, like we found in the NHS and the welfare state. It is a good thing. It is a good thing that, as long as it happens the right way, will make people's lives better. Eventually Americans will gain humility. It's happening. I don't think America is necessarily evil, but I do think the Empire Project is. I think what America says it is on paper, on the Constitution, is a good thing and is the best model of society we've found so far. The problem is that that's contingent on a social contract being enforced that has not been enforced in a very long time. Yeah, like you say, the people aren't. Honestly, like, most American people are very, very good people who just don't know what their country's doing. Americans are largely well-meaning people, and that's one of the reasons why I resent the idea that Americans are too racist for, like, class consciousness, because, like, no, they're not. No, they're not. It's a few people who are in states that have been gerrymandered to have, what's the word I'm looking for? Asymmetrical power in the election process to keep the duo-party system going. That's not the same thing as the people. Like, you look at how many people voted in the election, that's still not a big proportion of the whole population. How many people supported Iraq, Ryan? A lot of people supported Iraq because they thought it was the right thing to do, because they were scared, because their country had been bombed for the first time in their entire history. I don't know. Anyway, let's spin the wheel again. Random page. Okay. It's also the most peaceful time in history. Yeah, but like, that's not because the current systems are great. That's because humanity is great. Okay, according to AC Kincaid, the only thing separating an internet shitposter from a junior member of the faction was a skull pass. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's spin the wheel again. That was a good one. Blood Heat second. We looked at this one. Let's go again. E-Space. I don't know enough about politics to take a side, and I won't pretend I do. Bruce, honestly, mate, that makes you really smart. Like, the fact that you're willing to say, hey, I don't know anything about this, so go off. That shows to me wisdom. if anything else. It takes a wise person to say they don't know about a thing. Not Promposer or Breloom, damn. Oh, it's a really long article about E-Space. I don't want to read this. I'll read it anyway. This will be the last one for tonight, though. E-Space, short for exospace/time continuum, or simply exospace, was a pocket-sized parallel universe, a separate negative universe, existing alongside its positive, larger counterpart of N-Space. It possessed an unusual greenish tint. K9 Mark I called E-Space a stellar enclave. As it was a negative universe, locations in E-Space had negative coordinates, where N-Space coordinates were positive. When the Doctor's TARDIS materialized on the planet Alzarius after it had traveled into E-Space, the TARDIS scanner continued to show images of Gallifrey, which had the positive equivalent of Alzarius' spatial coordinates. The scanner was made functional again by replacing its original N-Space image translator with one native to E-Space. The planets Alzarius, Pterodon, the vampire planet, Shapir, and Apollyon were all located within E-Space. The Fifth Doctor stated that the negative coordinates would make it very difficult for his TARDIS to travel there deliberately and not accidentally. By his seventh incarnation, the Doctor was able to pilot his TARDIS between E-Space and N-Space and was able to retrieve Romana 2 from the former. K9 was also retrieved. The amnesiac Eighth Doctor made the trip with relative ease when visiting his fourth self. On the occasion, he was aided by the power of Rassilon, who was guiding the Doctor to visit his past self, seven selves, and provide them each with aid. Travel between N-Space and E-Space could occur via a charged vacuum emboitment, or CVE. This was a hazardous and apparently random process, even using a TARDIS. The Logopolitans created the CVEs, which linked together the two universes as part of their plan to forestall the overdue entropic collapse of their universe, N-Space, by opening up what had previously been a closed system, and thus dissipating the accumulated entropy. Following the disastrous consequences of the Treemass visitors to Logopolis, only one CVE remained open in the constellation of Cassiopeia. Unless further CVEs were later created, it was highly likely that this was the route through which the Hydrax would later enter E-Space in the 22nd century. The Gateway. On his return journey to N-Space, the Fourth Doctor and his companions passed through a strange white void known to its most frequent inhabitants, the Farrells, and the Gateway. The King Vampires led to E-Space at the end of the Eternal War and summoned the human ship Hydrax to provide servants. It turned the crew into vampires and they ruled over the planet where the King subsequently hibernated, being known as the Free Who Rule. They awaited the time of arising when the King would finally awaken. The Fourth Doctor, Romana 2, and K9 Mark II accidentally entered E-Space through a CVE. They landed on Alzarius, where they met Adric, an inhabitant of the universe. This is just a recap of Season 17. Yep. Ectospace was a stand-in for E-Space in BBB Productions' Adventures in a Pocket Universe audio series. Okay, well, I think that is the conclusion of today's episode of TARDIS Wiki Roulette. Let's head out now. Hopefully on Tuesday when we return we'll be able to have a normal episode. Let's see if you can even have such a thing. Alright then, I guess see you next week. See you next week. You can come watch me play Undertale on Twitch if you want. Undertale in 1.5 hours, 100%. Get excited. See ya. Bye.